Eclipse your doubts with silence that roars through the core of your existence, and step into this moment with a force that cannot be dimmed by hesitation, because today you are not merely listening, you are awakening, and there is a reality moving in the shadows of your life that you have never fully understood until now. There are eyes on you, powerful eyes, silent eyes, patient eyes, and they have been following your path far longer than you ever realized. You have no clue how many high-status people are observing you, waiting, studying, evaluating the strength that hides inside you and the potential that you keep under the surface of your everyday battles. And if you ever believed that your efforts were invisible, then you have been living under an illusion that ends right here. You walk through life thinking you are unseen, but the truth is far different, because your steps send signals into the world, and those signals travel to places you never imagined and reach people you never met. Every small act, every disciplined moment, every refusal to surrender under pressure has been witnessed by individuals who live on levels that you have not reached yet. They do not announce themselves, they do not applaud you, they do not congratulate you, because that is not how the world of high-status influence operates. They simply watch, and they wait, and they track the ones who have the endurance to rise without needing recognition. You may feel alone in your path, but you are not. There are people observing your consistency, your persistence, your growth, and your fire. Some watch because they see potential. Some watch because they see threat. Some watch because they see someone who refuses to fold in a society built to break people quickly. They watch someone who learns quietly, someone who adapts, someone who transforms their pain into something sharper and greater. They watch someone who does not give up despite not having applause or reassurance. And when you realize the weight of those eyes on you, your path becomes something far larger than your personal journey. It becomes a stage where your resilience is the message. There are high-status individuals who have struggled through their own ascension, and they recognize the signs of a rising force. They recognize the rare mixture of discipline and hunger that separates the ordinary from the exceptional. You might not see them, but they see you. You might not know their names, but they talk about you. They talk about your potential, your growth, your refusal to collapse under setbacks. They talk about your uncommon spirit, your willingness to evolve even when no one is guiding you. And do not think for a second that your quiet efforts do not matter. Quiet efforts echo in the world of powerful people, louder than noise. Every time you push through exhaustion, there is someone who notices. Every time you choose progress over comfort, there is someone who pays attention. Every time you reinvent yourself instead of complaining about your circumstances, you earn the respect of people who do not hand out respect easily. You have no clue how many silent observers are tracking the story of your rise. They are watching the details that everyone else ignores. They see the way you stay loyal to your goals. They see the way you turn setbacks into fuel. They see the way you continue even when nobody is around to validate you. That is the type of strength that powerful individuals admire because they know what it took to build their own. You may think you are still small, but your discipline has already caught the attention of those far ahead of you. They track who moves with intention. They track who does not need external noise to stay committed. They track who refuses to quit over temporary discomfort. You may have no clue, but the world sees you even when you believe it does not. And the strangest part is that the more you rise, the more people observe. When you begin to sharpen your character, when you begin to choose growth over excuses, when you begin to master your habits, the invisible watchers multiply. They are not watching your results yet. They are watching your patterns. They are watching what you do repeatedly. That is what makes someone worthy of opportunity, respect, or recognition. Patterns reveal truth, and your truth is being recorded without you even knowing. You may not have the trophies yet, but your consistency is being studied. You may not have reached your breakthrough yet, but your behavior is being evaluated by people who could eventually connect you to opportunities that exceed your imagination. And even though they stay silent for now, they are not ignoring your efforts. Do not underestimate how far your discipline travels. Someone is watching the way you do your work even when tired. Someone is noticing the small improvements you make daily. Someone is hearing about the obstacles you survived, even though you never broadcast them. You have no clue how many people bring your name up in conversations that you are not present in. Not because you asked to be spoken about, but because your journey has become too loud to ignore. Even without words, high-status individuals pay attention to those who self-build, because they know that self-built people do not crumble easily. They are resilient, they are adaptable, they are reliable. You might not see your own value yet, but others already do, and that is exactly why they watch you. There are individuals who once stood where you stand right now. They know how invisible you feel. They know how frustrating it is to work hard without recognition. They know the weight of being underestimated. That is why they keep an eye on you. They know the ones who survive this stage become unstoppable. They know the ones who do not quit. At the bottom rise with a force that cannot be dismissed. You have no clue how many influential minds are silently tracking the strength you are building right now. Not every observer wants to help you, but do not be threatened by that. Some observe because they want to measure the potential of the next competitor. Some observe because they want to see if you will break. Some observe because your resilience disturbs them. Your effort without reward confuses them. Your ability to continue without applause scares them. But even negative watchers are still proof of your growing influence. People only track what can rise. People only analyze what can impact them. Your existence is more significant than you believe. There are also individuals who would support you the moment you show you are ready. They cannot guide someone who is inconsistent. They cannot invest in someone who quits easily. They cannot align with someone whose vision dissolves under stress. So they watch, they wait, they observe to see if your character matches your ambition. And if you continue consistently, your path will intersect with theirs at the right moment. High status, people do not search for talent, they search for discipline. And they have seen yours, even if you have not seen theirs. When you feel like collapsing, understand that there is someone paying attention to whether you break or not. When you feel unheard, understand that your silence is being studied more deeply than your words ever will be. When you feel unnoticed, understand that your unseen growth is the reason certain powerful individuals have remained aware of your existence. You may not know they are there, but they know you are here. Life does not reward the loudest. It rewards the most consistent. It rewards the ones who build themselves without needing permission or validation. And those individuals eventually catch the attention of people who open doors, not because of favoritism, but because they recognize strength. Your darkness is being watched. Your resilience is being watched. Your transformation is being watched. You are becoming someone whose presence matters without even realizing it. Keep going, because there is always someone tracking your rise, not for entertainment, not for gossip, but because you are becoming a force that must be acknowledged. You have no clue how many high-status people are observing your path, but you will know soon. Because when you finally break through the surface, when your growth becomes undeniable, when your strength becomes impossible to overlook, the silent watchers will reveal themselves, some as allies, some as rivals, some as mentors, some as opportunities, some as challenges, but all of them as proof that your journey was never invisible. You were being tracked all along, Not because you are ordinary, but because you are rising. Keep moving, keep building, keep fighting, because eyes are on you, even in the moments you think no one sees you, and the world respects those who rise without an audience. They watch you now because one day they will not be able to ignore you. You are not alone on this path. You are being observed by people far beyond your current reach, and though you may not know them, they have already taken note of you. So walk forward with strength, because you are becoming someone whose path is no longer just their own. You are shaping a future that powerful individuals are already watching unfold. And one day, you will understand why. And the truth you must embrace right now is that your journey is not happening in isolation. Even if you feel like you are walking alone through a silent world with no recognition, no praise, no reassurance. You assume that no one notices your struggle, but in reality, your steps echo further than you can comprehend. People see you when you least expect it. They measure your energy, your direction, your dedication. And even when you fail to recognize your own progress, high-status observers already know exactly how far you have come because they pay attention to what others overlook. They see the discipline that you think is insignificant. They see the patience you call pointless. They see the quiet strength you do not even realize you have been building for years. They see a rising power within you that you have not learned to fully believe in yet. There are minds out there that analyze your decisions with precision. They watch how you respond to setbacks. They study whether you fall apart or rise above. They are interested not in your current status, but in your potential. They want to know what kind of future force you might become. And every single challenge you face is a test not only for yourself, but for those watching from a distance. Every time you break through a difficulty, they notice. Every time you refuse to give up, they take note. Every time life pushes you and you push back harder, you rise in their estimation even if you never hear a word about it. That is how the world of power operates. It evaluates silently. There are rooms you have never entered where your name has already been spoken. There are conversations happening behind doors you have never seen, where your effort, your attitude, your potential have all been topics of discussion. Not because you asked for attention, not because you chase validation, but because consistent effort naturally draws attention from people who understand its rarity. Ordinary people ignore effort because they envy it. High-status people study effort because they respect it. They respect anyone who is willing to build themselves from the ground up. They respect the quiet warrior who does the work without applause. And you fit that identity more than you know. Your growth has momentum, even when you do not feel it. Your transformation has weight even when you are tired. And the closer you get to your own becoming, the more heavily you are watched. You may think no one notices the nights you sacrifice for improvement. You may think no one cares about the skills you are developing. You may think your progress is invisible, but invisibility is never permanent. Power sees potential long before the world acknowledges it. And the people observing you have learned to detect the spark of someone who will eventually rise above their current limitations. There will come a time when you will look back and realize that the silent watchers were never a burden, but a sign that your path was larger than you imagined. Every time you doubted yourself, someone else believed you were capable. Every time you questioned your progress, someone else saw clear advancement. Every time you felt lost, someone else noted the strength you used to keep moving. You may not feel powerful yet, but others already see the force you are becoming. And you are becoming someone who can no longer be ignored. Understand this clearly. Your journey is shaping you into a presence that commands attention. You do not need to announce your growth because your actions are louder than your words. You do not need to prove anything because your consistency is already proof. You do not need to chase recognition because recognition is already following you silently. Those who observe you know the value of patience. They know that every great individual was once unseen. They know that the strongest people rise from places where nobody believed in them except themselves. And they know that you are walking the same path. Keep going because your footsteps echo into the future, and those echoes reach people you never dreamed would notice you. Keep going because you are building something that powerful minds cannot ignore. Keep going because every moment of discipline is strengthening the foundation for the person you are becoming. And the world is watching that foundation grow more solid each day. Keep going because even now someone is tracking your rise. Someone is acknowledging your progress. Someone is preparing to cross paths with you. At the moment you become undeniable, your future self will thank you for not quitting. The observers who believed in you silently will one day reveal themselves. And the world that underestimated you will eventually have to accept the force you have become. You have no clue how many people are watching your journey, but soon you will. Keep moving, keep transforming, keep rising. The world is watching, and your story is only getting stronger. And as you move forward with quiet determination, the truth becomes clearer, even if you cannot yet see it. You are being tracked by minds that understand the value of unseen progress. They know that the strongest people are shaped in silence, far from validation, far from applause, far from comfort. They know that the greatest breakthroughs happen long before anyone celebrates them. And they see that you are entering that stage of your evolution where nothing external can stop you, because you are learning to build from within. This is why they watch. This is why they study every shift in your energy. This is why your path attracts attention even when you feel invisible. There are people observing how you walk through pressure. They want to see whether you break or whether you bend or whether you refuse to fall at all. They want to see if your spirit is easy to discourage. They want to see if your dedication is fragile. They want to see if you can endure storms without losing sight of your direction. Because the ones who endure storms are the ones who rise highest later. And the ones who rise highest are always watched long before they succeed. You are being watched because you are displaying the signs of someone who will eventually rise far beyond where they stand today. You may think you are only taking tiny steps, but those steps are being measured by people who understand how greatness is built. They know that greatness is not a sudden leap, but a series of steady, intentional movements done when no one is watching. But someone is watching you. Someone has seen how far you have come from your early struggles. Someone has recognized the patterns that most people overlook. Someone has noticed that you do not back down easily. Someone has witnessed your willingness to continue even when you are unsure. These qualities are rare, and high-status individuals always pay attention to rare qualities. There are individuals quietly waiting for the moment you break through the weight of your doubts. They know you are capable of more than you show. They know your potential is not yet fully unlocked. They know the intensity you carry within you is building each day until one day it will explode into clarity and strength. And when that moment arrives, everything will shift. The watchers will no longer remain silent. Opportunities will appear with sudden speed. People who once overlooked you will begin to speak your name with respect. Doors you never expected to open will begin to open, because doors follow effort, and effort is the language you have been speaking every day. You do not realize it yet, but every choice you make is a signal. High-status observers interpret that signal with an understanding that ordinary minds lack. When you choose discipline instead of distraction, you show strength. When you choose patience instead of panic, you show maturity. When you choose persistence instead of surrender, you show character. You may think these choices are small, but powerful individuals know exactly how meaningful they are. They know that consistent small choices create unstoppable momentum. They know that the strongest people do not announce their battles. They rise silently and then suddenly. You have reached a stage where your growth can no longer remain unnoticed. You might not be at your peak yet, but your trajectory is unmistakable. You are rising through your own challenges without asking for sympathy. You are building yourself with no audience, and that is exactly why you are being tracked. Not everyone who watches you wants to stop you, and not everyone who watches wants to help you, but all of them acknowledge that you are becoming someone who matters. Your quiet evolution has already begun to shake the foundation of your old life. You do not fit the past anymore. You do not think like you once did. You do not move like you once did. And powerful individuals recognize this transformation because they have lived through it themselves. They see the signs of a person who is shedding their old limitations. They see the signs of a person who is stepping into their own force. And they know that once you break through your final layer of doubt, nothing will be able to stand in your way. So keep going. Keep rebuilding yourself from the inside. Keep sharpening your mind. Keep strengthening your resolve, because you are being prepared for opportunities that require the strongest version of you. And those who watch you know that. They are waiting to see if you stay consistent. They are waiting to see if you rise above the weight you carry. They are waiting to see if you continue forward, even when uncertainty surrounds you. And you are proving them right every single day simply by refusing to quit. You have no clue who is tracking you, but one day you will understand why they watched you. They saw the potential you did not see. They saw the intensity you did not notice. They saw the rise you did not feel. And when your moment arrives, the world will witness the transformation that others saw long before you realized your own power. And as you push deeper into this path, the invisible weight around you begins to shift, because every choice, every step, every moment of resistance you overcome is reshaping the future that waits ahead. You may feel the pressure tightening around your shoulders, but that pressure is proof that you are entering a territory that only the driven ever reach. It is the territory where silent observers lean in closer because they sense something awakening inside you, something that refuses to fade, something that grows even in the coldest darkness.